This work started, first of all, with faculty and pockets of innovation, recognizing the needs of our students and doing the work on their own. And then in 2013, Dr. Harper Marinick, who was the Associate Vice Chancellor and Provost at the time, reached out to me and said, what's all this open stuff? There's open education and there's massively open online courses. Can you go check out what's happening in this world? At Maricopa. And so Donna and I and others who were those founding members got together and we did some research about what was happening at Maricopa, what was happening nationwide, made some recommendations, and that's where Maricopa Millions came from. Our initial goal was to save our students $5 million in 5 years. We thought, how in the world are we going to do that? But we had that big aspirational goal. And we were able to meet it in just 2.5 years. So we were really proud of the work that our faculty did for our students. First of all, just for this academic year, from 24 to 25, we have had 146 departments leveraging our open our textbook affordability initiatives. Our textbook affordability initiatives include open education. It includes our LTC, our low textbook cost courses, and our ZTC, our zero textbook course. I have a Rhode Island accent, so cost courses. But over this past academic year, we've had 146 departments leveraging these textbook affordability options, with 110 of those being OER. We've had over 6,000 sections that were open educational resources, nearly 8,000 sections that were ZTC, over 5,000 that were LTC, and some of those are duplicative. We've impacted with these textbook affordability options in this academic year alone, and this is duplicated headcount, obviously, over 200,000 students. That's your work that's impacting our students. And when we talk to students, when we do focus groups, when we bring them in, we survey them, when we do the activities outside of the bookstore that we sometimes do at the campuses, we ask them, like, what does it mean to have open educational resources? And some students share that they actually use their textbooks because they won't crack that binding because they can't sell it back. Or with that money, they are able to have fun, or they're able to take their dog to the vet. That was one of the most meaningful ones, that the student, instead of not being able to take care of their pet, they were able to have the surgery that their pet needed. They worked less hours, and we found from our data that they take more courses, they take more credits. And over almost 2,600 faculty have been engaged just this year in our textbook affordability options. So you're doing great work. Over the whole span of Open Maricopa and Maricopa Millions, we funded 98 grant projects, impacted 142 faculty. We've had 44 UN Sustainable Development Goal Open Pedagogy Faculty Fellows, and that's an international program in which our faculty engage with other faculty from other institutions to develop open pedagogy assignments and work. We've had 38 MOER developments. MOER is our math homework system. We have 3 LMSs at Maricopa Community Colleges. We have Canvas, we have Rio Learn, and we have MOER. And MOER is an open homework system that allows really good math to happen. I'm going to speak for Donna, Filippo, Marianne, and the other math faculty here. It does things that our other LMSs can't. And faculty support this, faculty program this, faculty develop the problems, and they share all of those resources. And so we've been able to fund 38 MOER developers, but there's almost 1,000 faculty within Maricopa who use MOER across the 10 community colleges. We can jump to the next slide, please. Hope everybody online is doing good. So this is you too, not just the people in the room. So we're so grateful to have you here. So longitudinally, let's talk about cost savings. So back in the early days, when we first got the course notes, we had one course note, no cost, low cost. We didn't pull out open education because we didn't know that students would understand what open education was. But we really were about open education. We also knew that some of our open education wasn't free. And so we came up with this no cost, low cost. And we had to figure out how to calculate this. We didn't have reports that could be run. And so at the time, Paul Golish and I, who were the co-chairs of the Maricopa Millions Project, on Sundays while we were watching football, we would find a class, and do all the calculations ourselves. So imagine touching every single section of every course in Find a Class, going to the bookstore site to see what the cost of the textbook was. We couldn't do that with just two people and our Sundays. So we ended up just looking at the top 50 high enrollment courses. So as we've shared our cost savings over the years, that was only based on the top 50 high enrollment classes in 2014. Now, things have changed and shifted. Some of those top 50 are no longer offered. And so there's been a lot of things that have changed in the calculations, but we've always kept consistent with the top 50 courses that were in existence in 2014. And we used a cost savings number of $100, and we used a course size of 20. We wanted to be very conservative. We never wanted anyone to say, those aren't realistic numbers. So we were very conservative with this. And so you can see how things ebbed and flowed over the years with the work that we've done with Open Maricopa and Maricopa Millions. And so when we calculated this for last semester, total cumulatively, we've saved our students over $40 million leveraging our textbook affordability. So Debbie, who is our amazing data goddess, calculated the savings if we actually used real numbers, because now we have access to all these great dashboards and information. And so Debbie did some calculations. We still kept with that $100 textbook cost, which isn't even there's been studies as to what we should be using. That's low. She used our actual course enrollments, and she used every course that had been tagged as either ZTC, LTC, or open educational resources. And she, over these years, since 2015, since fall of 2015, and I picked up the phone yesterday when she gave me the number, and I'm like, this can't be right. And she's like, it's right. And I was like, it can't be right. And she showed me, and it's right. And don't do it yet, Dulce. So this totally blows my mind what you all have done and how much money you've saved our students and how you've changed their lives in being able to take those extra credits and being able to do other things than just work, in order to have full bellies and somewhere to sleep. Like, you've made a humongous impact. So much that it's nearly $500 million at Maricopa Community Colleges. Like, can you believe this? I couldn't believe it. We've saved our students over $426 million in textbook costs because of the work that you all are doing. That's why we're here today. We're here to celebrate you. And holy moly. That's all I have to say. Holy moly. Thank you.